Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm that girl Nikki. So today I'm doing a video on 10 tips of a healthy marriage. So stay tuned if you're interested. Ensure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Alright? Alright, so welcome back to my video. Alright, so the first tip for a healthy marriage, the first one is to make God the center of your marriage. So what does that entail really? Simple, putting God in the center, putting God in front of it. With God all things are possible, and no marriage that is successful or healthy is without God. God is the key to everything in our life, guys. This entails, making God the center of it, put Him in the center. Whenever we get to the rough part, when it's time for the storms, we pray, we make God the center of it. Remember the saying that says, a family that prays together stays together. So nothing beats putting God in the front, in the center of our marriage. Understand, in order for it to be healthy, and it's a reason I made it the first tip, because it's the most special tip for any marriage, to key to any healthy relationship. The second tip is to enjoy each other company. That entails, getting to know each other from when you dated. Sometimes after you have dated for a while, get engaged, get married. Sometimes we tend to neglect each other. I would implore you never to take your partner for granted, because sometimes when you're not paying attention to them, you're neglecting them. You're not letting them enjoy you. Someone else may come in the space and try to enjoy you, and when that happens, then there's going to be problems in the marriage. So enjoy each other's company, guys. Do things that you guys like to do. All right. The next one is to focus on each other's strength. Many of times in marriages, we tend to focus on what our spouse is not doing to ensure that the marriage is good, and sometimes that helps to break down the marriage. You realize that you start having a lot of fights and so forth. Guys, I would implore you to be each other's strength, build each other, lift up each other. It's no more awesome, there's not a more awesome feeling than having a supportive spouse, a supportive wife, a supportive husband. In anything you do, they support you 100%. You know that they got your back. They are your biggest cheerleaders. Nothing beats that feelings, guys. So support them no matter what they might do. If they might start a local business, if they're going to a new hobby, if they want to start a new career, if they're seeking a promotion at work, seeking a job, support them with all your heart, because that's basically what the marriage is about. It's a teamwork. So support a team member just as how you would support your friends or anybody else. Be there, encourage them. Don't leave that work up to a friend or somebody else. Be your partner's support and strengthen. Focus on the strength and build each other. All right. The next step is to do things together. Oftentimes, a couple, after they have married for years, like 4 or 5 years, they tend to stop doing things together. So you do your thing, me do my thing. No, guys, when you were initially dating, and that probably is what helped you guys to build your bond each other, you did fun stuff together, you went out together. If you're doing the dishes, the both of you are doing it together. If you're cooking, both of you are doing it together. It may be like on a Sunday, one person washing, one person cooking. Do things together, guys. That helps to build the bond together, make it stronger, make it tighter, build the relationship closer. One thing I always implore couples is that for date nights, this is very important, guys. Date night not supposed to be consistent. It's not after you finish date the person and you're married you stop. Date night must be consistent. It doesn't even have to entail you taking your wife or you inviting your husband out to a 5-star restaurant, or carrying them somewhere to the movies or whatever. But date night must be consistent. It doesn't have to cost that much. You can always be at home one night and decide to cook a nice, you know, dinner for them. um make the table, put candles around, get a bottle of wine and drink. You can always, pop popcorns, find a nice movie you guys watch, cuddle in bed, watch it together, play games together, make it special, guys. It's your marriage and you want it to work. It's a reason why you chose this person. So have fun together, be consistent with date nights because that's important. Another one is to choose to be attractive to your spouse. So this, I must say, it goes both ways, but mostly it's for the ladies. Sometimes when we meet the man, you know, we look a certain way, we have a certain figure and everything, but then once we reach in the marriage, we change. We don't care how we bring ourselves with us rugga and in the house with ear well tied up looking like some old granny or stuff. Even for me, sometimes I have the problem too, and I have to learn that there's must be something that attracted him to you when you guys were just started today. So try to keep that attraction going, guys. Try to spice it up a little bit. Put on every now and again, like for example, Valentine's Day is coming up next month. Try to get a sexy lingerie, decorate your room, try to make it nice, set the mood, get candles, do nice stuff. Sometimes they like to see in a specific clothing or type of thing. Try to make it nice, spice it up. My husband used to tell me when we just started dating, he liked to see my hair comb in a particular hairstyle. I try to do that sometimes. A particular outfit, try to make it attractive just for the gentleman. Keep your body fit, keep it together, keep shaving neatly. I like to compliment my husband when he shaves. It's so handsome when he does. Try to keep the attraction going for both you guys, and add the romance that will build up the intimacy, which is very important aspect of the relationship, because once that is gone, say the relationship are gone. So try to keep it up, guys. Another tip is to be kind to each other. So being kind to each other is just by giving compliments. Every now and again when your wife do her hair, you can compliment her and say, hey honey, I notice you do your hair, it look nice. I notice you do your nails, it look nice. I see you doing something new to your hair today. Compliment them. Compliment your husband just the same. Hey honey, I notice you shave. Oh, you have on a new fragrance, I like that smell. Compliment each other, guys. Be kind to each other. Sometimes you meet some couple and oh my gosh, they don't have nothing good to say about one another. So try to be kind to each other. You understand? Try to keep the romance going, keep the love that one when you guys just met, keep it going. Another tip is to communicate. Know your partner's love language. A lot of couples suffer from this. We don't communicate what we want and what we need, and then when the marriage starts to feel, you're like, oh my gosh, how do we get here? But really and truly, you guys didn't communicate. So sometimes when you just started out dating, there was something that he or she used to do that lets you feel love, but you don't do it again. So for example, some persons, like many women, they always say women love to hear things. Many women, like, every now and again they like to hear their partner say, I love you. Even though we know you love me, we like to hear it every now and again. There's something where probably the woman used to do where the man like, or the man used to do where the woman like. Communicate. If he's in bed, if he's not doing something that you like, communicate and say, honey, say do something, I'm never like it. Because if you don't communicate, he's going to continue to do it, and you don't know that you don't like it. So communication is very important. Communication is key for any successful or healthy marriage or relationship, guys. Another thing is to be a good listener. This is, I must say, is not one of my strong points. My husband always tell me I'm not a good listener. He talks, but I don't listen. Sometimes we have to learn to listen without speaking. Sometimes somebody has said something, but you're just so quick to respond. You respond, you're not hear what the person has said, and the person probably tell you how them feel about something. So sometimes when your partner is talking to you, sometimes don't respond, don't listen for respond, just be a good listener. Just listen really attentively and hear what the person really wants. And sometimes we realize that in itself saves our marriage more while. It avoids us from being in divorce court, you know. Just listen to each other, guys, because sometimes before anything goes wrong, it's most likely communicating. So just be a good listener. Another one is to agree to disagree. So nothing is wrong with disagreeing, guys, because I realize there are many men like, oh my gosh, you're nagging, whatever, whatever. Listen, there's no relationship that is perfect, and we don't live in a perfect world. So you're going to have disagreements. You're going to have time where you have a particular belief that I don't have. But hey, that is normal. We're human. We're two separate persons. We're coming together. We're gonna have our own, you know, beliefs and so forth. So there's no relationship without any argument and disagreement. And you have to learn to disagree every now and again, because if you don't have disagreements, you know, something have you wrong, because it's either you have secret for me or something. But that is how it is. Once somebody told me that they thought when you're married you don't have arguments. No, it's not like that. When you're married you're gonna have arguments because you're human and you're gonna have disagreements. So agree to disagree. It's part of life. You have to have a little argument every now and again. It's part of a relationship. The last tip is acceptance. So sometimes acceptance is sometimes, you know, we meet each other like in high school, in college, after college, and we meet each other 5 and 10 years ago, and then within the marriage we notice say we might change something about us, our personality change, because that is that is a part of life. People grow, people change. So stuff that I might like 5 and 10 years ago I might not like it today, and that's okay. We have to learn to accept it. Don't try to control the person. If it's that you're seeing that the person is going off in a bad way, you know that it's not good for them. Nothing is wrong to point out and say, hey honey, I see a cliff there, I don't want you to jump over the cliff. Nothing is wrong, but don't try to do it in a controlling way as if you're behaving like the person's parent. Try to show them that, you know, you're only just looking out for them. If it's that they are not, you know, hearing of you, or they think you know, you're doing it in a way that is controlling, try to go to God. Prayer beats everything, guys. Pray to God. Try to help him to help the person to see what you're trying to, you know, keep them from. Nothing is wrong with telling your partner, you know, giving them advice, telling them what to do, but try not to do it in a controlling way. For say, hey, don't do that, don't do that, don't whatever, whatever, without me, you know. You don't want to become that person, because once the controlling start, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be like you're speaking with a child that, you know, is rebellious. You don't want to go there. It's going to just push the person further and further away from you. So try to encourage them, try to pray for them, help God to, you know, talk to God and help them to see, let them see what you're trying to keep them from, basically. So that's it, guys. That's the tip for healthy marriage. As I said, marriage is a blessing from God. You have to put Christ in the center. You learn every day in marriage. I learn a lot about myself in my marriage, and I learn a lot about my partner that I've never known about. Premarital counting is important. I always tell people it gets you to know the things that you don't normally talk about, the things where when you're there it bother you but you never say it to the person. So you can try out that as well. You know, talk to God, learn about yourself, try to be easy on each other, because as I said, no marriage is perfect. There's no perfect relationship. We don't live in a perfect world. So there's nothing going to be perfect. You're going to have disagreements, as I said before, but try to love each other, treat each other good, and put Christ in the center of it, and you'll be okay. All right. If you enjoy this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the post notification bell to be notified of the next video post. All right. Thank you so much for watching again. Have a great day. Bye.